I'm making this video to talk about veganism. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So this is my third video in one day. Okay, I gotta move this because it looks kind of dumb. Like I only have a head. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so anyways, I'm making this video to talk about why I'm vegan, like what made me go vegan, why I'm still vegan, why it's the best decision I've ever made in my life. And I have some like little points here that I pulled up from the vegansociety.com just so I can keep my thoughts together, because if anyone's seen my other videos, I tend to just babble and I have a verbal crutch where I just say like after everything, and it's so annoying. I hear myself do it, don't worry, but I can't fix it. Like I'm working on it, but I'm not really working on it at the same time, you know, that kind of thing. So I went vegan last year. Well, I went vegan in 2015, December of 2015. So it's been a year, December 2016, like just last December. So I went vegan, like I was sitting in my room on Netflix. I had nothing to watch, and actually no, this was like November when I so it was like the last day of November, I remember. And like I was on Netflix just looking for something to watch, and I saw this documentary called Cowspiracy, and I clicked on it and I read the description. I was like, okay, this sounds really good, like I'm gonna watch it. I was like bawling my eyes out by the end because I just felt so guilty. Like I hated my life. Like I hated that I did that. Like I had been eating meat products like my whole life. Like I was just so angry and with the world. And so I was like, that night I just decided like I'm going vegan. Fuck everything. Like just was fucking, like I was so mad. Like I just wanted to change the world like right then. Like ugh, it just made me so mad. So I told my mom the next day. I was like, hey, I'm going vegan, and she started laughing at me, and I was like, what? And she was like, you work at Chick-fil-A. And I was like, okay, no, that doesn't mean anything. And like honestly it does. Like no one understands how bad I feel when I'm at work sometimes, because like just being there, I'm so desensitized to it. Like half the time it doesn't even bother me, and I'm just like, but sometimes it really hits me, and I'm just like, I get emotional about it, and I'm just like, why do I work here? Like, oh, this is horrible. But you know, it's like a good job for me because, you know, I'm a manager and I'll make a good amount of money, and you know, it's not like I'm gonna be working there my whole life. But yeah, like I watched a bunch of documentaries after that, and I read a bunch of books. I read like, not a bunch, I read like 3, and like but I did do a lot of research on it. And the first week was easy. It was so easy. I was just like, I'm vegan, ay. But then after that, like the next 2 weeks, I was just like, life sucks. But I was feeling so good. Like that, just the first week of being vegan, like I literally had so much more energy. I was sleeping so much better. I was just in a good mood all the time. Like no one could bring me down. Like I was just freaking Jesus. Like I loved it. But then but also like I was struggling at staying vegan. Like I was really struggling. But after that it got so much easier to just be like, ew, fuck that, no, I don't eat that, like no. The only thing I mainly struggled with though was like chocolate, because I really do love chocolate, but I've found my substitutes for it, so it's fine. But I did just have an obsession with chocolate, because literally like I just craved it a lot actually. But yeah, so here are the reasons why you should go vegan. Like straight up, just why you should go vegan, like what it will do for the animals, for the planet, for you, for others. Like, so I'm just gonna start this list. So first is for the animals, which I did partially go vegan for the animals, because like, but it's not because I was heartbroken by what was happening. It was more so angry, like this is happening and we don't know about it. Like that's crazy. Like no, why are we not told about this? But you know, it's all a money making game. Like we're such a capitalist country, it's not even. But so first is for the animals, you know, because they're literally killed and kept in such poor living conditions. Did you know that the people, you know, people have to take care of the animals. Like these animals aren't just, you know, roaming around on a countryside, just eating grass. No, they are 15 to 16 chickens, or like, what's the word? Cramped up into a cage. One cage, all of them, as from they're born. And so their wings are all deformed. Like they're given growth hormones when when the chickens are pregnant, so that they'll grow faster. If they don't grow fast enough, they just kill them. And they only keep the female ones so that, you know, they can hatch eggs and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But did you know, like, the people who take care of them, or like feed them and, you know, all that kind of stuff, and transport them, you know, since they have to feed them antibiotics, these people who take care of them will never be able to take antibiotics again in their life, because they've become immune to it. Because you are not supposed to take antibiotics every day, just like be around it every day. Like, you're not supposed to. Like, antibiotics are a serious drug, and they will never be able to take it again. So if they get an infection or something that you would need an antibiotic for, they won't be able to take it. Like, what? No, that is not, no. Anyways, the second one is for your health. There's so many benefits to going vegan, like increased energy, like clear skin. Like, I have the occasional breakouts, but that's hormones. Like, that's not, like, I have like one pimple right now, and that's like barely a pimple. Like, it's just nothing. Like, I don't ever break out anymore, and it's just hormones. Like, it's because eating right, dairy is the cause of why people are like breakout. Like, I guarantee you, if you have a lot of breakouts and stuff, go like leave dairy out of your diet and watch what happens. What else? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then the second one is for the environment. Now, let me put emphasis on the environment, because this is just crazy. So why are meat and dairy so bad for the environment? Oh, okay. Well, let me answer that for you. Because the production of meat and other animal products places a heavy burden on the environment, from crops and water required to feed the animals to the transport and other processes involved from farm to fork. You know, see, no one is taught this stuff. Like, it's really not our fault that we don't know. But once you get, you know, to a certain age, like, you can educate yourself, so it's your fault. But the vast amount of grain feed required for meat production is a significant contributor to deforestation, habitat loss, and species extinction. In Brazil alone, the equivalent of 5.6 million acres of land is used to grow soybeans for animals in Europe. For just animals, that's not even including humans. Like, that goes all towards feeding the animals that we have to kill. Yeah. The land contributes to developing world malnutrition by driving impoverished populations to grow cash crops for animal feed rather than food for themselves. So we're keeping already impoverished countries impoverished because they can't even feed themselves, because they're feeding animals that just go to the Western world. Yeah, like that, yeah. Let's see. Okay, here it is. For the people. Avoiding animal products is not just one of the simplest ways an individual can reduce the strain on food as well as other resources. It's the simplest way to take a stand against insufficient food systems, such as which disproportionately affects the poorest people all over the world. Yeah, like it's crazy to think that the meat industry and the dairy industry really drives like poverty. Like, it really does. Like, it's such a cause. It's a big cause to it, and like no one talks about it. Like, no one talks about it. It's just crazy. I think the worst part of it, like one of the worst things I learned about like the meat industry and the dairy industry when I went vegan was what they do. Like, this is the worst thing that I heard. So, like, I knew this, I just never like put it in perspective, like, you know, put it all together. So for a cow to produce milk, it has to be pregnant, right? These cows are being raped at a premature age and throughout their life. They're being raped. Like, they're not just letting these cows have sex with a male cow. No, like they have machines that rape these cows to get them pregnant to produce milk. When they can no longer get pregnant, they're either just killed or evaluated and sent to the meat industry. And male cows can't produce milk because they can't get pregnant. So they're either killed or sent to the meat industry to be cut up and packaged and sent to the western side of the world. And I say western side because the main countries that use so much meat is the United States and Canada and Europe. Those are the main countries, like the main places. So if you look at India, most of the people who live there live a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle. So it's possible. But yeah, that's just my little rant on like why you should be vegan, and like you should just educate yourself. I think a lot of people, if they knew what goes on behind closed doors, they would be vegan. And it's just like no one is told about it. So I'm probably gonna make more videos about it, like on focusing on specific things, because I would like to mention more like facts and stuff and like later on, instead of me just ranting about it and just talking about it and babbling and stuff, like I do. But yeah, that's why you should go vegan, because being vegan is awesome and great, and there's not one bad thing you can say about it. So on that note, go vegan in 2017.